Tim, as you know, we're looking for new writers here on the 206. People who know the funny places.
You mean like Enumclaw?
Well, that's kind of the low-hanging fruit, isn't it, Tim? I mean, we want writers who can throw a wider net and identify other funny places and towns around here besides the obvious. You know what I mean?
I can't believe this meathead is trying to tell me what towns are funny. I could write circles around guys like this. I wrote for Schramm for years. I think I know funny.
So, you see, we're looking for fresh new perspectives on the communities that really provide the big belly laughs around here.
I don't understand. I thought Kent and Linwood were still funny.
Yes, they're golden oldies, but we need a writer who can offer more. Someone with an instinctive sense of those local towns that are pure comedy gold. Tim, I like you a lot, but unless you can say something that tells me you've got what it takes, then I guess this interview's over.
What if I said something like Cedro Woolley?
Tim, my boy, how soon can you start?
Question, what are you doing up so late? Trouble sleeping? We can help you.
Yeah, thanks for watching the 206. We know you have lots of other choices on TV right now, and quite honestly, your time might be better served watching another fine offering on another channel because you're not going to learn a thing here.
No, you're not. John's right. You won't learn anything here about Snuggies or Bowflexes or Slap Chops or ShamWows.
Yeah, you know what? We're really no help if you're looking for Acme systems or Chuck Norris workouts or George Foreman grills.
Come on, hang here for a while. I mean, look, if Ron Paul Peel's hair in a can thing really worked, don't you think I'd know?
Well, you know, speaking of Popeil, we used to call my Uncle Bill the pocket fisherman.
Oh, is that right?
He always had his hand in his pants.
Oh, yeah.
But what we hope is that you will learn here tonight is that things aren't always as bad as they may seem.
True enough, and that brings me to a subject which has some of you around here pretty bummed. The Blue Angels are going to be no-shows at Seafair this year. I thought you already knew. I'm sorry. The reason they're not coming has to do with cutbacks in federal funding, and to explain it in layman's terms, because it's a little bit complicated, it works like this. When something that is a vital part of a person or a thing is suddenly cut off, they call that sequestration. And so that means no Blue Angels. And I love the Blue Angels, personally. In fact, I got a chance to ride with them some years ago. Was I nervous? No. Diarrhea can be caused by any number of things. But it was a chance I just could not pass up. So I threw caution to the wind, threw on a flight suit, threw myself onto a Navy jet, and threw up. Pretty bad, too. So sure, it's tough that the Angels won't be here this summer, replaced by something called the Patriots Jet Team. Yeah, I know if you're a Seahawks fan, it's going to be hard to cheer for a team with both Patriots and Jets in the name. But, my friends, if you're thinking that Seafair can't possibly go on without the Blue Angels, remember this. They were not always a part of Seafair. Yeah. People with long memories will recall the many less successful attempts at staging an exhilarating air show in the earlier days of Seafair. It may have begun in the early 50s with daredevil Earl Bilodeau. Earl soared like a bird, a soar bird. The next year, another marvel of near flight. New technology brought new thrills with a down-to-earth attempt. And then Earl Bilodeau came back with a longer run and a thrilling finale. This was followed by an act that defied imagination, but not gravity. And then in the early 60s, Earl Billadu again came back to form once again. Yeah. Wish they could have gotten Earl Billadu back, but they couldn't. And, you know, just because the Blue Angels won't be here this summer, remember this. The real event that makes this city's summer festival so thrilling will happen. The thunder on the lake. The hydroplanes. Yeah, baby.
You know, we take this very seriously. What we're doing is critically important, and we just want to make sure that our patients are healthy. That's really...
Boy, and stoned, too. Semi-truck.
That's my business partner, by the way. We went to high school together, and I went off to medical school, and he went off somewhere exciting. You went...
Chehalis. I took the train to Chehalis.
To Chehalis.
That's where the money ran out, so, you know.
But now the money's showing up, because ever since the new laws passed, we finally were able to work together on a cause that we really believe in, which is
Getting people stoned. I'm on my break.
People always ask, is it difficult to get medical marijuana? And I mean, the answer is yes. You have to have a true need. So come in. We just have a couple of very confidential questions we need to ask you to make sure that you qualify for medicinal marijuana. That's really our specialty. I'm the diagnoser, and then he comes up with exactly...
To get people high.
Right, you decide what strain of marijuana will be best.
To get them high. This is a Puyallup Pew. This is some Gig Harbor Ganja. This one is Burien Bud. On the street they call it the Tarmac Toke. This one I got is... I can't recognize. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, that's Tacoma. That's Tacoma. Tacoma.
What about the Sonics? You a big sports fan?
Yeah.
Were you sad when they left?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. Depression. You were depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my other break. Check it out. It's just apple, right? Wrong. You could smoke out of it. Did you know that?
My partner might not wear a fancy white lab coat, and he might instead wear a hoodie that's a shark. But don't let that fool you. I mean, he is a professional. He is a master. He's a painter with marijuana in a way that no one else is. Okay, Thank you. What's that? Oh, yeah. It's 420, huh? Once a day. You know, people always ask us what our goal is for this. And my goal really is just a world in which everyone smokes marijuana.
Like Evergreen State College?
Yes, exactly. I mean, if Washington State were like Evergreen State College, we wouldn't get anything done. But would we be happier? Huh? Yes.
What?
Yes.
The 206, brought to you by Stingray Auto Repair, Snoqualmie Casino, and by Pemco Insurance. Spot a Pemco Northwest profile in the audience and tweet who it is using hashtag SpotPemco. Get it right and you're entered to win exclusive tickets to the 206. Go to spotpemco.com for complete details.
In some parts of the world, there's wool sock weather, and then there's sandal weather, and never the twain shall meet. Around here, the weather isn't always so decisive. Thus, an ingenious hybrid. Sandals and Socks Guy, you're one of us, and you deserve a better kind of insurance company. A Northwest company that's dedicated to helping Northwest people. Pemco Insurance. We're a lot like you, a little different.
There's a place away from it all, yet closer than you imagined. Catch your breath. Is it the anticipation or the elevation? Tonight you'll take it up a notch. Toast the moon. Play to your own set list. At a playground above the fray, the expected. Snoqualmie Casino. Hello tonight. You've been expecting me.
Sean Kemp for the 206. Raise your hands up, baby. I'm telling you, it is absolutely true.
Your finger was where?
Not in front of the boy.
Of course.
Hello, my lad.
Hello.
Please, you must eat.
Oh, yes, these look delicious.
Enjoy.
I say, are these all right?
I believe so.
It's just that they taste a bit fishy. I believe you mean horsey.
Yes, horsey is what you mean.
No. Oh, yes. I see you're right.
Enjoy.
Well, things sure are changing a whole lot here in this state, and who better to help us understand the changes, the intricacies of what's going on in Washington than a Canadian? By way of Toronto, please welcome Dwayne Goad.
Well, it is a pleasure to be here on the 206, and I will be honest, I have only seen this show in very short doses. Normally, when I have to switch channels from Cinemax, when I think my wife's coming into the room. But I'm hoping this spot will help my career, and I'm sure it will. But let's be honest, recently my mom called me, she's very excited. She goes, hey, we're downtown, we're shopping, and we saw a celebrity. I said, wow, who'd you see? I thought she saw maybe George Clooney, Bruce Willis. She goes, we saw Cisco. The R&B singer? No, the gardener. Mom, really, that's a celebrity to you? I've been on TV. She goes, well, you're no Cisco. Yeah, thank God. I've seen the show and I'm fascinated by this guy. This guy is absolutely nuts. If you haven't seen the show, him and his nurse show up in people's yards, and he just goes nuts about it. He's like, look at these flowers. He loses his mind. The guy's insane. Bumblebees aren't that excited about flowers. This guy's there, he's losing. And now that weed is legal in this state, forget about it. He's gonna explode in a future episode. Oh boy, look at this bud! Look at the red hairs, kaboom! The end of Cisco. But he is a celebrity here, and I want to be a celebrity in Seattle too. He's in commercials. I love to be in commercials. I love the local commercials in Seattle. You know why? Because especially late at night or midday, they have commercials that are trying to help you not watch television. All of them are asking you questions. Would you like a degree in nursing or dental hygiene? Give us a call toll free. Financing is available. Start your career today. People are at home going, that's not for me. I'm creative. Hey, would you like a degree in graphic design, video production? Call the Art Institute of Seattle. We'll give you financing. Call us toll free. Start your career today. Well, sounds good, but I don't have a car. Well, if you call the Money Mart here, we'll get you the car of your dreams today, toll free. 0 credit, bad credit, no credit, it doesn't matter. Give us a call, toll free. We'll get you in the car of your dreams. Well, I don't know if I get insurance. I've had problems. Look, we don't care if you have DUIs, speeding tickets, We don't care if you've run over a hobo. Just honk. Just honk your horn when you drive by. That's all we're asking of you. We'll insure you. Yeah, but I have my kids. Look, if you call the Maury Povich Show, we will find out who the father of your children are. Just get off of your ass. Do something with your life. Right? And of course, their response to that is, I would love to leave the house, but there's some shaky guy and his nurse in my backyard touching all my flowers. What's the call number for 911? Thank you, everybody.
Dwayne, go, everybody.
This weekend, Dad says we're camping on the coast. And what Dad says goes. We don't need to check the weather report. We brought our own blue skies with us. Blue Tarp Camper, you're one of us. And very much like a big blue tarp, we've been giving the Northwest great coverage for nearly 60 years. Pemco, we're a lot like you, a little different.
Here, the flick of the dice, the pick of the string, the clink of a glass are fueled with a shot of adrenaline. It's an elevation above the ordinary. Snoqualmie Casino. Tonight we open your ears and widen your eyes. Welcome to a new level of possibilities.
Hi, John Keister here, just enjoying Seattle's most iconic landmark. Oh, no, not the Needle, over there. Yeah, that's Stingray Auto Repair, family-owned and driven by genuine customer service. They say it's dealership quality service and repair at discount prices. So take your car to Stingray Auto Repair and tell them John Keister sent you. No, don't do that, that'd be weird. No, do take your car to Stingray, just don't tell them John Keister sent you. From the 206, and this is the 411. Well, eager new home buyers have pushed the median home price in King County back to 2008 levels. Real estate experts say this trend will give a whole new generation the joy of home ownership and participation in the next giant financial disaster. The Seattle Times is sticking with its plans to make readers pay for viewing the digital edition of the paper. They defend this decision by pointing out that readers already have to pay to see the digital edition of the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. The Point Defiant Zoo has opened a new exhibit that encourages visitors to touch stingrays. If it proves popular, they'll go ahead with the plans for the Cuddle the Cobra Cove. NASA has announced they'll be taking applications for a planned Mars colony. They encourage Washington residents to get acclimated to the idea by living in a trailer just outside of Ellensburg. Administrators at Issaquah and Juanita High Schools have tried and failed to shut down an annual event called May Madness, an online contest where students vote to determine the hottest girl at school. Officials said this kind of frivolous and shallow activity is not what our community or schools are about. It isn't? Really? Have any of these people been to Bellevue Square lately? The Seattle Mayor's office announced that all the guns received in the city's buyback program will be melted down into plaques and inscribed with messages from children who are asked to envision a violence-free future. The national gun industry announced immediate plans for a plaque buyback program in which they will be melted down to make a huge cannon. Wow. Didn't expect that reaction. Okay, fine, all right. Finally, a 14-year-old Woodland, Washington boy stole his mother's car and led police on a 115-mile-per-hour chase. He only stopped after the tires had been blown and the rims ground down to nubs. When asked why he did it, the teenager replied that he was bored. Officials say he's looking at a long stint in a juvenile offenders facility where will he have many opportunities for excitement. This is John Keister for the 206, and that's the 411.
Somewhere, there's a line between optimism and just plain crazy. Between, hey, the sun might come out, and, hey, that might be frostbite. But around here, that line can be a little cloudy. Goose-bumped beach bum, you're one of us. And you deserve a better kind of insurance company. A Northwest company that'll never leave you out in the cold. PEMCO, we're a lot like you. A little different.
Up is better. Up is where laughter echoes off the mountains, where senses are delightfully teased, and where your A game meets our games. Don't just imagine it, live it. Up at Snoqualmie Casino. Win the day, then seize the night. Welcome to an elevation where dull cannot exist.
The 206, brought to you by PEMCO Insurance. We're a lot like you, a little different. And by Snoqualmie Casino. And by Stingray Auto Repair.
Hey, folks, how you doing? You know, everybody knows that Car Guy sells for less. Everybody knows that Car Guy sells for less. Everybody knows that Car Guy sells for less. Except maybe stupid people, they don't know. They don't know about a car like this. You know, the market's been up and down, and so has this car. It's built for romance. If this car could talk, the mouth would be right about there. And in the back, there's a water bed, yeah, and wall-to-wall carpeting. Yep, shag carpeting. Drive it away right now today. But actually, you're gonna have more fun once you park it. $19.99. Take a look at this car. You know, you got the guy at work. Maybe he's your wife's brother-in-law, and you don't much like having him around. You want to get rid of him. You just tie him up, bind and gag him, and throw him inside this car. It's spacious. Lots of room for thrashing and struggling, but he's not going to get out because it locks from the outside, and it's pretty much airtight. Nobody's going to hear him yelling. You get tired of looking at his stupid face, throw him in the trunk. Close it, lock it. It's that easy. $29, $40. Take a look at this. Oh my God, this one's red hot. It's a smoking deal. Wow, that's hot. That is a hot car. 451 Fahrenheit, Celsius about 232.8, I believe. If you're in Canada, come on down and get it, because this one is ready to explode. Come on down. And then take a look at this car. Oh boy, I love talking about this one. What a steal. I get jacked just thinking about this car. But you're saying, how can I get into a car like this? It's easy to get into because the front lock is broken. You just put the old screwdriver in, keys are in the ignition, you drive it away. But you better get down here quick before it's gone. It's gone, I tried to tell you. Everybody knows the Car Guy sells for less. So buy your car right here from me, because if you don't, you're a dumbass.
All right, well, that's all the time we have left. It's late, go to bed, we'll see you next time.
Promotional consideration provided by Tutabella with 4 convenient locations. And by Cadence Winery, voted Seattle Magazine Winemaker of the Year. And by Bellevue Brewing, the newest brewery in the 425.